I will not be subdued, can never submit.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna shut it down like this. Let's go. Yeah. The tricks of the trade, the rules of the game. I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom. I tell you they look about the same. I can speak about comfort, I can speak about pain. You wanna come do this, study my movements, go up and sit in the grain. See, I never heard of vacations, bro, that word to me is insane. I'd rather put hands in the dirt as I put in the work and watch suckers complain. Cause on it regardless, who go the hardest, whole family is the top full of ballers. Who wanna tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared. I win or I learn, I never will lose. The fork in the road, which one will you choose? Look, the people need answers. You ready to dance? This one for the champs. The blood, sweat, and tears of my stripes. I only tell stories of fights. You learn that the struggle is part of the hustle. Don't ever mistake them as gripes. First I hit them with lefts, then I hit them with rights. After all that I've been through, I gotta continue to cut through that bull with a knife. You holding me up, so I'm rising. You want me to fail or surprise them? Addicted to winning, so since the beginning, I only focus on horizons. All they record is who go the hardest. Whole family is the top full of ballers. Who wanna tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared. I win or I learn, I never will lose. The fork in the road, which one will you choose? Look, the people need answers. You ready to dance? This one for the champs. So what can I tell you? I learned from my failures. I traveled through hell with a gang full of tailspins, and I only prevail cause I came with my day ones, and they never strayed from tough situations. I'm saying there's no conversation, just head down and get from the heart that we came from. All we record is who go the hardest. Whole family is the top full of ballers. Who would tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared.
You are looking live at the WBC Arena. Sergio Sugar Ray. This match. So much hype surrounding. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. That hook scores. A perfect counter lands. Lucky that hook didn't score. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Misses with the straight left. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working. And there's the bell to start round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Can't find a home to that jab. And he scores with the counter. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Good counter punching. And he misses with that straight left. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Just avoids the left uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different. On to the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter punch. Nice counter. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good job stopping that uppercut. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. There's a counter shot. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Nice counter shot. Martinez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this. There's the bell to start round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Through the straight left, but it won't score. Great shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Beautiful counter punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. You know, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
They both want the knockout. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Martinez in that last round. You know that. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Catch and shoot. That counter shot lands. It's all offense all the time. That counter punch caught him clean. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Oh, and that one really got Martinez good. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Martinez in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity. There's the bell for round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighters.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Insane action. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. They figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he misses with the left uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no...
battle sword, handle all in my hand. The war force is mortal with my door with demands. More important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art and for your fans. When you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone. Waiting for our time to shine.
What a night we expect it to be. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fight.
Sugar Ray Leonard, an undisputed welterweight champion, and he won world titles in 5 weight classes. Terrence Buck.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of...
All the talking has been... Here we go, round 1. Who's going to land the first big shot? Can't find a home with that jab. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. How about that time counter shot? This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Straight right just misses. They exchange punches. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip, use your footwork, drive your opponent crazy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Beautiful counter shot. That hook doesn't score. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. Here we go for round two. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Which fighter will say no mas? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Hey, those punches add up. One go to the judges. The perfect counter lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Missing with the hook. That one lands. to see a jab from these two. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right.
There's the bell for round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You'd like to see more jabs. Straight right just misses. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Those counter punches have to hurt. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Can't land the jab there. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Nice job to block that uppercut. That hook just can't find the target. That counter shot lands. Talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn. Back at it in round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They threw the hook. It didn't land. heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. He threw the hook, didn't land. The straight right just misses. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you get him in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
He just misses with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. What an engine he has to continually throw big power shots. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. And there's the bell for round 5. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much firepower here. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. That hook won't score. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
I've seen some aggressive fighting.
Let's see that again.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They both want the knockout. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A perfect counter shot. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. talk about Leonard in that last round. The corner has on to the 6th round. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Straight right just misses. Good counter punching. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Punch, counter punch. Do you believe what we're seeing? There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them. Here we go, it's round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The straight right just misses. Let's see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Listen to me. Are you okay? You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knock.
stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back.